Hello and welcome. I'm Bimbo Oloyede. Tonight, National Security Advisor canvasses postponement of next month's general elections, citing incomplete distribution of the permanent voter cards. APC says suggestion is ill-advised. PDP dismisses APC presidential candidate General Muhammadu Buhari's credentials, describes them as fake. National Emergency Management Agency calls for probe of funds meant for the victims of flooding in the country. And both Yemen's president and prime minister resign.
On business news tonight, Central Bank of Nigeria increases forex trading limits for banks by 0.4% to shore up dollar liquidity.
While on sports news, European champions Real Madrid become the world's richest football club for the 10th year running.
We begin tonight with a comment by Nigeria's National Security Advisor, retired Colonel Sambo Dasuki, advocating the postponement of the general elections scheduled for next month. The NSA gave this opinion at Chatham House, London, where he discussed Nigeria's security with the international community. He based his call on what he termed the loopholes in the distribution of the permanent voter cards, as according to him, approximately 30 million voters are yet to receive their cards. Our correspondent in London, Doris Okemwa, sent us this clip.
The law provides for elections to be conducted not more than 90 days before and not less than 30 days to the end of the administration. February 14th is closer to the 90 days before the end of the tenure. And we raised it with INEC. We said, look, there is a problem. If you've had a year plus, and all we've been able to do is distribute, I think, about 50% of the cards. We still have about 30 million, according to them. We have about 30 million cards to distribute. Look at the possibility of shifting this thing and doing it when everybody has a card. Because it doesn't cost you anything, it's still within the law, and it is safer for all of us. So that is what we are encouraging. They keep assuring us everybody will have his card, but I doubt it. If in 1 year you've distributed 30 million, I don't see how you'll distribute another 30 million in 2 weeks. It doesn't make sense. But there is nothing wrong with us delaying to ensure that everybody who ought to vote gets that card to vote. Because the comment every day we hear is, you can't vote without a permanent voter's card. Now, if you can't vote without a permanent voter's card, what sense does it make to vote 3 months early when 30 million people whose cards have not been issued are still with INEC? That's my position. So INEC makes the determination. If you can distribute those cards today, we will all be happy. But if you can't, please consider. Look at this, look at the other.
Well, the opposition All Progressive Congress, APC, does not consider the suggestion for postponement of the election by the National Security Advisor as appropriate at this time, and warned that under no circumstance must the elections be scuttled. In a statement issued in Abuja by its National Publicity Secretary, Lai Mohammed, the party said the call by Colonel Dasuki in London is ill-timed. The APC states that Colonel Dasuki's suggestion was meant to buy time for the People's Democratic Party campaign to gather steam. The party also asked Nigerians to reject the suggestion in its entirety, saying the constitutional crisis that will be triggered by such a postponement is capable of undermining the nation's democracy. The party stated further, and I quote, "Now that we have found a smoking gun, we are urging the international community, in particular, to urgently extract a commitment from President Goodluck Jonathan that the elections will hold as scheduled next month and that he would respect the outcome. End of quote. The president's campaign train has been on the move, and today it made a stop at Makurdi, the Benue state capital. The gathering presented an opportunity for President Goodluck Jonathan to share his plans to boost agriculture for Benue state and Nigeria as a whole.
The trip from Bauchi State pauses here at IBB Square in Makurdi, Benue State. President Goodluck Jonathan and chieftains of the People's Democratic Party are specially dressed to fit in with the people.
Our good people celebrate you. Our good people salute you.
Without wasting time, the speeches begin. The host and governor of the state, Gabriel Suswam, welcomes the dignitaries with a chant.
Good luck, Nigeria. PDP is Benue, and Benue is PDP.
Endorsement follows, first from indigents who are not strangers to the government.
Those who say that Mr. President will win the presidential election, say aye. Say aye. Thank you.
And in some cases, it comes in words of encouragement.
There is nothing to worry. In Benue, even those who are not in PDP are going to work for your success. Because at heart, they are PDP. They have only gone to achieve certain personal ambitions.
And finally, the man of the moment, President Goodluck Jonathan. He comes bearing promises to complete road projects and boost agriculture, which is the core of economic activities in the state.
Our commitment is that in the next 4 years or so, we'll stop importation of rice. And Benue State is one of those states that will make that possible. So we are going to work with you to realize that. Of course, we will encourage micro, small, and medium scale, SMEs, micro, small, and medium scale enterprises. Already, money is being disbursed to the states. The first money that came up at just about a month ago or so, or this month, is about 2 billion. In addition to what we have been giving before and we'll continue to give, we'll make sure that our farmers have soft loans, very soft loans, and with almost no interest.
PDP also promises to incorporate the youth into mechanized agricultural activities. The campaign moves from Benue to Enugu State as the party converses for vote towards next month's elections. Ini Thompson reporting for Channels Television News.
Before the president arrived in Makurdi for the rally there, he was in Bauchi State, where he sought the support of the people ahead of the presidential election. The rally in the city was, however, said to have turned bloody after the event, following a clash between the supporters of the PDP and the opposition APC. When the dust settled, 6 operatives of the Department of State Security, DSS, were reportedly hospitalized after sustaining various degrees of injuries from the fracas. Reports say trouble started when the president's convoy drove out of the palace of the Emir of Bauchi, with some youths displaying posters of APC candidates, while some others carried that of President Jonathan and his running mate. On arrival at the Ibrahim Babangida Square, venue of the rally, the president was said to have met a hostile crowd, and the youth started throwing stones at his convoy. Normalcy was, however, restored after the intervention of security forces, but just as the president's convoy was leaving the rally venue, the violent youths who had been chased out by security men made their way back. They reportedly attacked the last bus on the president's convoy, which was conveying the DSS operatives, smashing the windscreen with stones and causing injuries to the occupants. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress, APC, has continued to comb every nook and cranny of the country in a bid to woo voters ahead of next month's elections. In River State, Governor Rotimi Amechi and the governorship candidate, Dakuku Peterside, stormed the Eche local government area. And in Kwara State, Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed undertook a similar tour, while the Imo State Governor, Rocha Sokorocha, met with the new INEC chairman. The credibility of the poll was his concern. Our political correspondent, Sheung Okimbaloye, reports.
APC
APC! Cheers!
Okay. It has been a busy time for politicians, and even their followers are not resting at all. Even the scorching sun won't deter them. The people of HA in the Eastern Senatorial District of Rivers State troop out en masse to receive the APC governorship candidate, Honorable Dasuki Pt.1, and the governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi. For Governor Amechi, who says he's taking some days off from the presidential campaign train, promises more infrastructure projects for the people of the area if the party is elected.
This campaign is not about Dasuki Pt.1. It's about me and my performance. The first step to success is education. And I built primary schools. Is it not? I built. And I made sure that in the chain, we have enough primary schools that we have located here. I employ teachers.
We are going to support our small-scale farmers, what they call small-scale growers. Government will give you support. Government will ensure, through the institution of RIMA, that you have access to money so that you can buy more farmland. We will ensure that you have access to extension services.
From the south-south state of Rivers to the north-central state of Kwara, the APC song is loud and clear. The campaign train of Kwara State Governor Abdulfatah Ahmed makes a significant stop in the local government and Share, the headquarters of the Faludun local government area. Governor Abdulfatah Ahmed, visibly elated over the massive support from his kinsmen, promises to embark on more people-oriented projects across the state if he is re-elected. And to Imo State in the southeast, it is not a rally atmosphere. But the governor, Rochas Okaracha, is busy too. He's engaging the new INEC resident commissioner of the state, Mr. Gabriel Ada, at the government house. Governor Okorocha asked the commission to remain unbiased and says Imo Indigenes and his party, APC, will resist any form of election rigging during the polls.
And also people have come to cry out that you have a special ballot papers. When if you press APC, after 5 minutes, to wipe off. So when counting, the APC will not count. Everybody is voting for you. Their eyes are open. Like someone who is expecting a criminal in his house. Doesn't sleep.
APC! Political activities are getting more and more intense, and politicians won't stop at anything to outdo each other. But in the end, the electorates will be waiting on the other side to decide who carries the day. Sheung Okimbale, Channels Television News.
In part 2, after the break, federal government set to recall troops on peace missions abroad to boost fight against insurgency in the northeast. Do stay with us.